Hello everyone. Welcome back to today's lecture, that is parity generator and checker, one of the important combinational circuit in our unit. Combinational circuit is a circuit which is having m number of outputs for n inputs, and the outputs depending only on the present inputs, that is output is function of the present input at that particular time. Therefore, it doesn't require any memory, and number of inputs and number of outputs may be greater than 1. In the last lectures, we have seen so many combinational circuits as examples. First, any design with the using of conventional logic gates, then arithmetic circuits as adder, subtractor, and then decoder we have seen, encoder designs we have seen, multiplexers and demultiplexers. All these combinational circuits we have completed in the last lectures. Now today we are going to see parity generator and checker. In that parity generator and checker, even parity generator, odd parity generator, and even parity checker and odd parity checker we are going to see in today's lecture. Let us see objective. You are going to learn the understanding of need of the error detection and correction. Okay. So, what is the need of detection and correcting the errors? We are going to understand it. And then, implementation of parity generators and checkers with logic gates. We are going to see in this lecture. After learning of this, parity generators and checkers, you will be able to design even and odd parity generators, and you can able to understand the importance of error detection and correction in our real life applications. You will be able to understand the importance of error detection and correction in our communication systems in our real life applications. So the contents for today's lecture are, it starts with introduction, then the need for the parity, that is understanding the use of the need of error detection and correction, and then applications of these parity generators and checkers and types of parity, then design of parity generators of odd parity and even parity, okay, and then design of parity checkers of even type and odd type. Okay, so let us understand the need of the parity. The parity is used basically in error detection and correction applications. For the purpose of error detection and correction, this parity bit will be used. What is meant by error and what is the meaning of error detection and correction? Let's see now. Okay. So here, see here in this figure, one sender is there and one receiver is there. Sender sends some information. That information is simply hello. Okay, he sent a message as hello. That is transmitted through the channel and received at the receiver as HELO. Assume that. Okay, he sent hello and he receives hello. But in the message, it is received as HE instead of LL. LO is received. What is here? So here it is L and here it is the letter O. It is called actually error. Instead of actual message, if something is received and if these two are not equal, then it is called as error. Here it is a character error. Assume if it is a binary error, or it is called as bit error. Okay, this is error. This is called error. Whatever the sender information is not received exactly same as it is as the transmitted data, then it is called as error. Actually, why this error is coming? Why this error is coming? Let us see that. So, this message is sent in terms of binary. So, from the network 1, the sender data will transmit as this binary signal. But this binary signal is transmitting through the channel. In that channel, because of the noise presence in the channel, this signal is going to be affected. This binary signal is going to be changed. Therefore, the error occurs. So, because of the noise present in the channel, the actual signal is going to be changed and error is occurred in the receiver. Okay. So once error is occurred, knowing is nothing but detection, and knowing that error and correcting it is called correction. That's why detection and correction both are important in our communication systems, in our day-to-day real life applications. So for this detection and correction part, how parity is using. Okay, how parity is applying or how parity is using for basically detection part. This parity will be used basically detection part. So therefore, see that detection of using parity. So sender sends hello message as binary, and for the detection part, parity is used in the parity bit is used in the transmitter side itself. So for this data, computing parity bit is the next step. Parity bit will be defined and that parity bit is added to the data, and now original data plus parity bit will be transmitted through the channel. Then that will be received. Data plus parity both will be received, and here again next step is compute the parity bit. The computation of parity bit from the received data. Now if the parity bit is, the parity of the received data is, if it is equal to the parity of the sending data, then that message will be accepted. That means in that message no error is there. Or if the parity of the received data is not matched to the parity of the sending data, then it means that it is error case. It is error case. Like that, detection of error can be happen with parity. Okay. So in this example, actually even parity is shown. That may be odd parity bit also. Even parity or odd parity. So in this application, what is happening in the parity? That is taking the sender data in a binary and computing the parity bit for this input data and adding that parity bit to the data and sending through the channel, and it is receiving. For the received data, again computing the parity bit, then the checking of that parity bit with the sending data. If both parities are equal, then that is nothing but no error, so the data will be accepted as it is. And if that parity is not equal with the sending and receiving, then it means that there is a error in the received data, so that the data is rejecting or asking for the resending. Okay. So like this error or no error is representing, it is nothing but detection part. It is nothing but detection part. After that, once detection is happened, we can simply correct that bit, because in binary error is nothing but zeros are replaced to 1 and 1 are replaced to 0. So simply correction is nothing but by altering those bits we can correct it. So this is the parity bit importance in the detection part. Okay, and let's see actual example, practical example which we are using this parity in our day-to-day life is digital communication system. In this, one block is dedicatedly used in the transmitter and receiver as a channel encoder and channel decoder parts. Means already this block we have seen in the part of encoder, in the part of the example of the encoder. So there what is happening? This hello message is converted into binary by the message encoder, binary data like 1010 string. To that binary stream, this channel encoder adds extra bits. If it is a single bit, that is called as parity bit. If those are more than single bits, that means if those are n bits, so many different codes are there, those are named as codes. Those are called as block codes, convolutional codes, cyclic codes, and etc. And out of these, you have seen already one example, that is as Hamming code. Hamming code we have seen in the first unit, that is example for this channel encoding technique, that is from the block code. Okay. So one block is dedicatedly given for the parity purpose or for the error detection and correction controlling purpose as the transmitter and receiver. In this first case is the basic one is parity with single bit. So today we are going to see the generation of that parity bit and checking of that parity bit at the receiver side. So what are the applications? This parity generators and detectors are basically used in the single bit error detection. This is single bit error detection and correction schemes. And at the parity generation as a part of the channel encoding in the transmitter and parity checking at the channel decoding part of the receiver, and in all the communication systems this error detection and correction is used, and so parity is used in all the communication systems. These are the applications. Next, coming to the introduction part, parity bit. What is a parity bit and why the parity bit is using? Again, recap of our the understanding of need of the parity bit. That is, the parity generating technique is one of the most widely used error detection technique. I said parity is used for the error detection. Same error detection techniques for the data transmission. And in our digital systems, that is for the data transmissions, when binary data is transmitted and processed and the data may be subjected to the noise in the channel, since because of the noise, the bits can be altered as zeros to ones and ones to zeros. That means due to the noise presence in the channel, our binary data in our data systems, if a data is sent as 1010 at the transmitter side, due to the noise presence in the channel, the error will happen. So that errors are nothing but just changing of ones to zeros and zeros to ones. If noise is present, instead of 1010, we may receive 1101. That means the 0 is changed and 1 is changed and 0 is also changed. So 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 0 to 1 like this. So all these are nothing but bit errors. These are called as bit errors. Okay. So due to the noise in our digital systems, what will happen? Zeros will be changed to ones and ones will be changed to zeros. So hence the parity bit is added to the word containing the data. To the data, the parity bit is going to be added to make the number of ones either even or odd. This is important. Making the number of ones present in that data message are even or odd. So it will be used to detect errors during the transmission of binary data. This parity is nothing but adding one bit. That bit may be 1 or 0 to make total number of ones even or odd in that particular data bit. Then that parity bit combining with the data will be transmitted from the transmitter to the receiver. In middle, the noise may be added. At the receiver end, what is happening? This what we have seen in the example, the matching of transmitter side and receiver side parities. If a parity is equal, then it indicates no error. If parity is not matched, then it indicates the error. So if a parity is not matched, then it indicates the error. Okay. So this kind of parity generators will be implemented by using the XOR gates. So like this, error detecting and correction techniques with parity will be implemented with XOR gates simply. It is 2-bit parity generator, it is 3-bit parity generator like this. Okay, just XOR gates are going to be used. Just remember this point. So what we said, the parity is nothing but extra bit that is adding to the data to make the number of ones even or odd. Based on that, the parity is classified into two types. One is even parity and second one is odd parity. So there are two types. One is even parity and second one is odd parity. even parity is nothing but it is extra bit which is adding to the data to make total number of ones into even. Total number of ones into even is called even parity. Odd parity is nothing but it is a parity bit which is adding extra to the message so that the total number of ones present in that message is making as odd in number. Odd parity means making the total number of ones into odd, and even means making the total number of ones into even count. Okay. Then to generate that parity, parity generator is used at the transmitter side, and to check the parity, parity checker is used in the receiver side. So parity generator and checker. Parity generator is a combinational circuit and parity checker is also a combinational circuit. Okay. So parity generator and parity checkers both are combinational circuits which are used at the transmitter side of parity generator, in the receiver side parity checker. Parity generator is used to generate a parity of even type or odd type, and similarly the same for checking of even parity or odd parity, this parity checker is used in the receiver side. Combinedly, this parity checker and parity generators are used in our systems for the error detection purpose. Okay, error detection of single bit errors it will be used. That is, total system consists of parity generator and parity checker. And parity generator is doing what? Taking the n bit code and adding one more bit as a parity to that. So therefore, converting n bit to n plus 1 bit as the output, and then taking that n plus 1 bit by the parity checker, it checks the parity again whether it is matches to the parity sent or not. Okay. So it is giving the error as the output by matching the sent and transmitted and received parities. If both are matched, no error. If both are not matched, then it indicates the error. So combinedly, this parity generator and parity checker will be used in our all systems of data transmission or in all our communication system. Let's see this parity generator design part. Let's see parity generator. Parity generator is a combinational circuit which accepts n minus 1 bit and gives n bits, or we can consider as which accepts n bits and it will give as n plus 1 bits. That is nothing but simply taking some n bits and giving one extra bit with addition. Okay, and that extra bit or additional bit is called as parity bit. That parity bit may be the even parity bit or odd parity bit. Even parity bit means, even parity generator means it will generate even parity, means it will see that the output bit either 0 or 1, that is parity bit either 0 or 1, in such a way that total number of ones will be even in the input data. And similarly, odd parity is also same, it will add 1 if total number of bits are even in the data, or it will add 0 if if the total number of ones are odd in the data. It means that even parity generator is nothing but so let's take input of some n bits. It will check the n bits, it will give the parity of even as 0 if already number of ones are even in the input side, or it will give 1 if a number of ones are odd in the input side. Exactly, it will do the reverse by the odd parity generator. The same, if it is odd parity generator with one output and n number of inputs, if already n bits are having of odd number of ones, then this parity bit will be generated as 0. And if n bits are consisting of even number of ones, then it will generate as output as 1 to make the total number as odd. Okay, that is a function of even parity and odd parity. These two will be used in our all the communication systems. Okay, So there are two types of generators. One is even parity generator and another one is odd parity generator. See the even parity generator and the design of 3-bit even parity generator. Okay. So 3-bit even parity generator is nothing but what? It is even parity generator with 3 inputs. Let us consider the inputs as ABC and output as parity bit. Let us consider that as even parity to represent PE. Okay. So even parity generator is doing what? So since 3 inputs are there, it is having of the 3 bits. Checking those 3 bits, since if that 3 bits are having of even number of ones, then this generator will generate output as 0 if even number of ones are there in the ABC bits, or if odd number of ones are existing in the ABC bits, this PE will generate as 1. Okay. So that means this generator will produce output 1 for the if input ABC bits containing of odd number of ones are 0 when the ABC consisting of even number of ones. Okay. So let's start the design part. Design part of the same, that is take the 3 input bits ABC and give the output as PE since it is even parity generator. Okay. Then what next? We need to write the truth table part. Truth table. The truth table consisting of ABC input bits and PE output bit. Since it is having the 3 inputs, 8 combinations will come in the truth table. So write all the 8 combinations. Then write the even parity bit corresponding to each and every combination of input bits. So first combination 0 0 0, it is having of no 1, so that is considering as even, so output is 0. Then 0 0 1 for the second combination, single 1 is there, 1 means odd number, therefore give the 1. Now combiningly A, B, C, P, E, even number of 1 should exist. Similarly 0 1 0, single 1, giving the 1. Now total 2 number of 1s exist in the data. Similarly 0 1 1, already even number of 2 1s are there, therefore it will generate the 0 like that. So for the next 1 0 0, 1 and 1 0 1, it will be 0. For 1 1 0 0, for 1 1 1, it will be 1. So this is the truth table of the even parity generator, that is it is generating the 1 if the data consisting of odd number of ones, or it generating the 0 if data consisting of even number of ones. Okay. Now take the PE expression from this truth table. PE is equal to what? I am writing in terms of min terms or SOP. 1, 2, 4 and 7. 1, 2, 4 and 7. Now do the simplification and write the logic expression. So use the K map for the simplification. It is, since inputs are 3 variable K map with ABC. The min terms given are 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, then 6, 7. These are the min terms given. So if we try for the grouping, no pairs are possible and no grouping is possible, therefore only single terms. So from this, if you have written the expression, what is our PE? PE is equal to first term, that is 1. 1 is nothing but 0 0 1. So I can write directly A bar B bar C is the 1. Next 2 is nothing but 0 1 0. So A bar B C bar plus 4 is 1 0 0, that is nothing but A B bar C bar. Next is 7, that is equal to A B C. Okay. So now this is already we have seen once. as the sum function of the full adder and rewrite this to write in another terms. So this is equation 1, that is output of the PE expression. PE expression is equal to this, and you can implement logic gates with the help of AND and OR gates and inverters, then it will become the parity, even parity generator logic diagram. Okay. Now for simplicity, just rewrite that, that is A bar, B bar, C, A, B, C. Let us take the C as common, A bar, B bar, then take C bar as common, okay, A bar, B bar, and C is taking common A bar, B bar plus in this term AB plus C bar is taking common from these two terms, then it will become as A bar B plus AB bar. Okay. Then how it is C into, this is nothing but simply A XOR B or A XOR B whole bar, then it is C bar into, the next it will become as A XOR B. So how can we write this as C into A bar, C bar into A, like that. So that is both will be written as XOR operation. So A XOR B XOR C is the parity bit P. This is the equation 2. Okay. So we can simply PE using equation 1 or equation 2 are the logic expressions for the even parity generator of 3-bit input. Okay. Then what next step? Next step is simply logic diagram. Drawing the logic diagram using the XOR gate is simple. So remember always with XOR gate, that is equal to A XOR B XOR C, we can represent like this. Inputs are A, B, C and output is PE. This is the logic diagram. Logic diagram of even parity of 3-bit even parity generator. Okay. The first step is having the relation and identifying the number of inputs as 3 and output as PE, and writing the relation as the truth table, and now taking from this minterms form and simplifying, try to simplifying, and simplification is not possible, so just we have rewritten. Okay. That is A XOR B XOR C is the logic expression. So using this logic expression, logic diagram is drawn. Okay. This is 3-bit even parity generator. Like this, 4-bit even parity generator or 5-bit even parity generator can be designed. Let's see once again the 3-bit even parity generator. First one is symbol, logic symbol. Logic symbol is using of 3 inputs A, B, C and 1 output as PE, even parity generator. Okay. Then writing the truth table, 3-bit message, even parity bit P, and writing a parity bit as 1 for the odd number of ones in the input 3 bits and 0 writing even number of ones in the message bit. Then taking this expression simplification by using a K map and just rewriting the expression P is equal to A XOR B XOR C we got, and using that if it is representing as a logic diagram, then logic diagram is just A XOR B XOR C is the parity bit. Okay. So for the parity generator, output is parity, but for the transmission part we are sending ABC along with P. This is the transmitted data. Okay. Transmitting data is nothing but ABC along with extra bit parity bit, that is represented here, but actual parity generator will produce only the P. Okay. Like this, if it is a 4-bit parity generator, one more XOR gate is going to be added, A XOR B XOR C XOR D, and if it is 5-bit, A XOR B XOR C XOR D XOR E will be the expression. Like that, XOR gates will be increased if n bits are increased in the transmitter side, but even parity always it will be generated by the XOR gates. Okay, I hope you understood this 3-bit even parity generator. Next, odd parity generator. Next generator is what? Odd parity, opposite to the complement of the even parity generator. Odd parity generator is also a combinational circuit which has 3 inputs. As example sake we are seeing the 3 inputs and 1 output. Okay, so 3 inputs, consider those are as A, B, C, and take the parity bit P0 as the output, and output of this parity generator should be 1 if even number of existing in the input, or output is 0 if odd number of existing in the input. Okay, let's see the even the 3-bit odd parity generator design part. Design, taking the odd parity generator, odd parity generator, 3 input bits A, B, C, output bit P0. Write the truth table, that is A, B, C and P0, that is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 1s. Okay, then odd parity bit. Since 3 zeros, no 1, so 1 will be the output. Then 0, 0, 1 odd parity is there, so giving the 0 as the output of the odd parity generator. Again single 1 is there, so therefore it is 0. 2 1s are there, to make this odd 1 will be added, and next single 1, that is odd, so 0, and 2 1s even, therefore 1, and 2 1s 1 and 3 1s 0 will be the output of the odd parity generator. Now if we have written this expression in terms of min terms, this is equal to m of 0 is the first one, then 3, then 5 and 6. Okay, these are the min terms which are with 1. See, observe something, that is, if I have written even parity is what? For the 3 zeros even parity is 0, for 0 0 1 1, for 0 1 0 1, for 0 1 1 it is 0. So observe here, even parity and odd parity both are exactly complementary to each other. Okay, even parity and odd parity are complementary to each other. So that is, it is for this even parity is 1 and for this even parity is 0 0 1. So both are complementary. Therefore whatever the expression is existing for the even parity, that will be complemented by the odd parity. So for the even parity, what we have written as expression, so that is equal to A XOR B XOR C, the same can be complemented for the odd parity. Take the K map and try to solve the simplification. 0, 3, 5 and 6. Here also simplification is not possible. Okay, writing the expression directly in terms of this, 0 is A bar, B bar, C bar, plus 3 is nothing but 0, 1 1, A bar, B, C, and 5 is nothing but 1 0 1, that is A, B bar, C, and 7 is, sorry, 6 is 1 1 0, A, B, C bar. Okay, take the equation 1. This is the equation form of the representation of odd parity. Or just by rewriting this, we can see this as A XOR B XOR C whole bar as the next expression, because we have already rewritten this alternatively written with the parity of even, that is equal to A XOR B XOR C, and these two are complementary. So directly from that knowledge I am writing as A XOR B XOR C whole bar. Okay, then simply using the implementation of one NOT gate in the output of A XOR B XOR C, or implementing with XNOR gates is the logic diagram. So if I have represented this with XOR gates, it is equal to simply XOR gates with inverter in the output, A, B, C with odd parity. This is the logic diagram part of 3-bit odd parity. Okay, so definition, truth table, then logic expression, then logic diagram. Logic diagram is with the XOR gates and output inverter for the odd parity generator. Okay, let's see once again this. Let's see once again this 3-bit odd parity generator has logic symbol ABC, output as P0, odd parity generator. Its definition is, if even number of ones are there in the ABC, then output will be 1. If odd number of ones are there in the ABC, output is 0. That is written as the truth table. From this, taking the terms of 0, then 3, 5 and 6, solving for the simplification and getting the expression of A XOR B XOR C whole bar and implementing it with the logic gates of XNOR or XOR in the output inverter. Okay, so this is the 3-bit odd parity generator. Like this, 4-bit, 5-bit, 6-bit, you can generate any number of the odd parity generators. Okay, I hope you understood even parity and odd parity generators. Now let's see the even and odd parity checkers. Parity check. In the receiver side, we are using the parity checkers. So let's see even and odd parity check. So first parity check. Parity checker is a logic circuit which will check for the errors. It is checking for the matching of parity or not. So in this we have even parity and odd parity checkers. Odd parity checker gives output as 0 if it satisfies the even parity, or it gives output 1 if doesn't satisfy the even parity. Okay. Similarly, odd parity checker is also a circuit which will give output as 0 if it satisfies the odd parity, and if it is not satisfying, it is going to give output as 1. So let's see the even parity checker first, after that odd parity checker. Even parity checker means what its function actually? Taking a data, generating the even parity for this using the even parity generator, that is 11401. Since it is a 3 number of ones, it is odd, therefore the even parity generator is producing as parity of 1. Now combinedly these bits with the parity bit, total will be sent in the channel. So therefore the total bits are 111, 4 zeros and 1. Now it is receiving by the receiver, that too at the even parity checker. Now it is checking for the parity. If the same is received without any error, then here even parity is equal to satisfying the even parity, therefore the checker will give the output as 0. Otherwise, due to the noise, if the bit may be changed like this, the data may be changed like this. Now it is consisting of odd number of ones, or it is satisfying the odd parity, therefore at the receiver side even parity checker will give the 1. It means it is the error part and it is the no error part. Like this, it will detect the errors. Okay, so like this even parity checker is going to generate the bit 0 or 1 depending upon the received data. So see once again, we are going to design the 4-bit even parity checker is taking the 3 input message along with the parity bit generated from the transmitter side. So 3 input bits and 1 even parity bit from the receiver. A, B, C, P is the input of the parity checker. Okay, those 4 bits are given to the parity checker circuit to detect whether there is an error or not. Now since the data is transmitted with even parity, P is even parity, the 4 bits received at the circuit must have even number of ones. If any error occurs, means if odd number of ones are there, then the received message consists of odd number of ones. Okay, if error occurs means the received message consists of odd number of ones. Output of the checker is represented as a parity error check, PEC. If PEC is equal to 1 means error occurs. Means the input 4 bits, if those are consisting of odd number of ones, then PEC will be 1. If error occurs, PEC is equal to 1. Or if there is no error means the received 4 bits are satisfying the even parity itself, then PEC is equal to 0. For no error, 0. For error, 1 it is representing. Okay. So let's start the design of this. That means even parity checker. This is even parity checker with 4 input bits. 4 input bits, that is ABC with P as the input. Then output bit is taking as parity error check PEC. Okay. This PEC is equal to 0 if even number of ones are existing in the input data. That is, for the even parity received, if even parity received, then PEC will be 0. Or if odd parity received, then PEC will be 1. Okay. That means this is the error case and 0 is no error case. It is the no error case and it is the error case. Okay. Now draw the truth table. Truth table for this even parity checker. Inputs are A, B, C, P and output is PEC. Okay. Since 4 inputs are there, this truth table is consisting of 16 combinations. Total of 16 combinations. So till 16 combinations. Fill the PEC bit. What is a PEC? If even parity received, 0 output. If odd parity received, 1 output. Even parity, for the first 4 zeros, even parity received, so PEC is 0, no error. Next 0, 0, 1, odd parity received, therefore PEC will be 1. Means it is the error case, it is the no error case. Similarly 0, 0, 1, 0, odd parity is there, it will give the output as error, so 1. Next for 0, 1, 1, no error. For 0, 1, 0, 0, error case, like that. For 4 ones it is even parity, it is equal to 0. Okay. So like this, fill all the total 16 combinations with PEC bit, with error bit or no error bit. Error bit means 1, no error bit means 0. Okay. Then write its PEC expression and use K-map simplification and try to solve it. Simplification, or if simplification is not possible, just rewrite it in the alternate representation to remember easily. So therefore we can remember easily. Okay, this is the concept. So first it's a definition and then writing the truth table. Then writing its PEC expression for the K-map simplification. Let us see this. Okay. So truth table, complete truth table. Complete truth table is with 4 zeros to 4 1, 16 combinations. Then if even number of ones are there, 0. Even number of ones, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Even number of ones, 2 zeros, 2 zeros. For the even number of ones, 0 is the output of the PEC bit, and for the odd number of ones, this is a single one, so 1. Odd number of ones, output will be 1. Now writing the PEC expression in terms of sigma m form. Sigma m of 1 second ones are, the sigma m of ones form is nothing but 1, then 2, then 4, then 7, 8. Next one is 1 0 1 1 11, and the next one is 1 1 0 1 13, then 14. All these are the min terms which are existing of ones in the parity check. Okay. So taking these 1 min terms and simplify using the K-map with simplification. So writing all those min terms and solving, try to solve for the simplification, but here no pairing is possible, only single terms. Okay. Writing all these single terms and rewriting in alternative way Finally, output is getting as A XOR B XOR C XOR D. Okay. So for the even parity checker, the output is nothing but for the 4 input A XOR B XOR C XOR D. That is the output expression. Just remember this expression. For the parity generation also we have seen as A XOR B XOR C for the generation case. Here for the detection A XOR B XOR C XOR D or P, that fourth bit. If that fourth bit is taken as P actually, so it should be P. Okay. Here min terms written in terms of D, therefore it is represented as A B C D XOR operation. Or since our expression is P, it should be P. Wherever D is there, it should be with the P. Therefore final expression is PEC is equal to A XOR B XOR C XOR PE, even parity generation bit. This is the expression for the even parity checker. If it is 5 bit, then A XOR B XOR C XOR D XOR PE. Like that. With XOR gates only, this even parity checker also implemented. So for this logic diagram, just XOR operation of all the inputs A, B, C and PE. So therefore parity error check bit is our output bit. Okay, this is 4-bit even parity checker. I hope you understood this. Similarly, odd parity checker can also be implemented. Let's see that as the next one, that is 4-bit odd parity checker. Okay, so this is also a combinational circuit which is taking the 4 bits as the input. Out of 4 bits, 3 are the input bits, 1 is the odd parity bit generated from the transmitter side, and it will give output bit depending upon the parity received in the inputs data of the 4 bits. If even parity generated, output bit will be 1, or if odd parity generated, output bit will be 0. Okay, so that is output bit 1 and output bit 0. Output bit is equal to 1 if even parity receives, that is the error case. If even parity is received, even number of ones consisting of the received message, then error output is equal to 1, that is the error case. And if odd number of ones received, then it will generate 0, that is no error case. Okay, let's start its design. 4-bit odd parity generator, first represent in terms of its block diagram. Odd parity checker. Odd parity checker. Inputs are 4 bits ABC along with the P0. Output bit is taking as PEC, and it will generate 1 if even number of ones are received. Okay, that means if even parity is existing in the input, it will generate as 1, or it will generate as 0 if odd parity is received. If odd parity is received, then it will generate as 0 as the output. 1 means it is the error case, and 0 means it is the no error case. Okay, this is the definition of our 4-bit odd parity checker. What is the next step? Next step is writing its inputs and outputs relations using truth table. It's truth table. Truth table consists of all the combinations of input bits and output bit. That is, since input bits are 4, it is going to have total of 16 combinations, that is from 4 zeros to 4 ones. Then output bit, if the received data is having the even parity, then output 1. Since in the first case no odd number of ones, therefore output is equal to 1. And in the second case single one is their odd number, so output is equal to 0. Then next is also output 0. For the last one, 4 ones even parity, then it should give the output of 1 since it is error case. Like this, total truth table of 4-bit odd parity generator is going to be filled with the help of the function definition. Okay, the first step is having a definition, and the second step is writing the truth table for this 4-bit odd parity generator. Let's see in detail of this total 16 combinations truth table for the odd parity checker. Input bits are 4 along with parity bit generated from the transmitter side, that is output is parity check bit, and it is giving the output 1 when even number of ones are received, that is see even number of ones output 1, even number of ones output 1, like this. Then it will generate output 0 for odd number of ones, output 0 for odd number of ones, like this. So fill the total truth table. Then from this write its expression in terms of minterm form. What is a minterm form? Sigma m of 0, then it is equal to 3, then 5, and so on. The last one is 15. If you observe here, similar to the even parity checker, it is complementary to the even parity checker. This odd parity checker is exactly complementary to the even parity checker. Okay, so the same expression with complementary we are going to get here. So from this truth table, taking the K-map simplification, trying for the simplification, and here no grouping is possible, therefore taking the total expression and alternatively writing that expression, we are going to get the complementary expression of even parity checker. Okay, that is equal to, here we are getting as A XNOR B XNOR C XNOR P bit. Okay, our bit is P, so here that expression should be written in P bit, that too that is odd parity bit which is generated in the output side. So expression is simply we can write A XOR B XOR C XOR P naught for our 4-bit odd parity generator of whole complement, or A XNOR B XNOR C XNOR P naught is the expression for the 4-bit odd parity checker. Okay, so what is the next step? Simply drawing the logic diagram is the next step. Logic diagram, simply taking the XNOR operation of all the incoming signals in generating the output. So this is the XNOR implementation, and even parity checker is XOR implementation. Just remember this. Okay, this is the logic diagram of 4-bit odd parity checker. I hope you understood the design process of 4-bit odd parity checker. Like this you can design any number of bit odd parity checkers. Okay. Then let's have small quiz. The first one, which error detection method consists of just one redundant bit per data unit? Which of the following method is uses one redundant bit? Redundant bit is nothing but extra bit. Extra bit we are doing in the parity. So that is simply simple parity check, which we have seen just now. Next, how many types of parity bits are there? We have seen already. How many types? Only 2 types. What are those? Even parity and odd parity. Then the number is given of 101011 has dash parity, even parity or odd parity. Just count the number of ones. Number of ones are 4. Number of ones are 4 here. So 4 is what? It is the even number. So since it is the even number, definitely that number is having of even parity. Then the odd parity output of decimal number 9 is, decimal number 9, how the decimal number 9 can be represented in binary? 1001. The odd parity, these are the input bits. Now we need to generate odd parity for this 9. Since 9 is consisting of even number of ones, odd parity generator will give output as 1. So odd parity bit is nothing but simply 1. Okay, so like this you can solve any number of quiz questions so that you can get better understanding of this. I hope with this small quiz you understood this parity generators and checkers both. Let's take these two questions as assignment. That is, design a 2-bit even parity generator and checker, because we have taken the 3-bit. So you do with the 2-bit and 4-bit also. 4-bit odd parity generator and checker, 2-bit even parity generator and checker. Take these two as assignment questions. What is the summary? The summary for the today's lecture is, we have seen what is parity, what is the need of parity, and what are the types of parities. And in that, even and odd parity we have seen. For that even and odd parity, parity generators and parity checkers we have designed. Okay, so we have seen design of even parity generator and checker, and design of odd parity generator and checker with logic gates of XOR and exclusive NOR logic gates. So I hope you understood this parity checker and generator. So just read the textbook and solve the exercise questions, and if you have any doubts, ask me. Okay, thank you.